Hello everyone, welcome to Melissa's Musing. I am just playing around with my lighting. Oh, looks like I'm in a cave. Okay, something weird is happening with my lighting, but that's okay. I'm coming to you today about shame. So just about a week ago, we started our conversation of shame because I'm reading a fascinating book called I Thought It Was Just Me, but it's not. And the book talks a lot about recognizing shame and being aware of our shame so that when we're experiencing shame, we can shift from it. And I'm going to be doing a series of videos around shame because this book is so uber fascinating. But one of the things that I wanted to chat with you guys today about was planting the seeds about thinking, what does your shame feel like? Because later on in the week, we're going to be revisiting this topic. And I'm actually going to read you guys a poem. And I want to hear how it resonates with you. I want to hear the emotions and the feelings that are coming up for you guys. So typically shame actually resides in the body. If you guys remember or watched my video from last week, guilt is an emotion that comes from self-evaluation. Like, I shouldn't have stolen that. Or like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have cheated on that test or something like that. Where shame, you fully embody the self-evaluation. So it not only is like a self-evaluation of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, I am a piece of shit, or I am so stupid. I can't believe I did that. So you really take ownership of the shamefulness. It embodies you. So in the spirit of that, shame actually causes physical symptoms within the body. It affects everyone differently. I may experience my shame much differently than you experience your shame, but regardless, shame actually produces physical response in the body. So some people get flushed, some people feel really anxious and stressed, some people fully go into a anxious breakdown. But most humans, almost all humans, have a type of bodily reaction when it comes to feeling their shame, when they fully embody that, like, I am so stupid, how could I have done that? I am so embarrassed, I am so ashamed, whatever that is, it embodies, it resides in your body and it actually produces a reaction. So one of the things that Brene Brown really talks about in her book is identifying the physical symptoms for ourselves so that we might be able to shift from them when we see them come up. And it also helps us to personally evaluate when we're experiencing shame or not. So for example, maybe I'm caught cheating on a test and I'm just feeling so shameful about it. Like I'm just in such self-beat up about it. And I'm consistently, every time somebody brings it up, I feel terrible, right? The symptoms can be a variety of different things. They can include mouth getting dry, time slowing down, heart racing, literally twitching, tunnel vision. You can feel hot. You can start to experience like hot flashy. You can start to feel really cold. Basically, your body starts to chemically go into a fight or flight response, and you start to react in some capacity as you feel the shamefulness. So when we're identifying shame, it's really important, and it's really important to think back on times in our life when we've experienced shame. So for me, I was thinking about things that had happened to me in my childhood, like the shame that I felt around when my dad left my family and how shameful I felt for not having a dad around, even though, that clearly wasn't my issue, but it affected me. So I felt shame around it. And in thinking about my shame, I'm going to share with you guys the way that I think my body handles shame. And I'm obviously going to fine tune this and really continue to experiment with the feelings and see what comes up as I experience feelings of shame. But for me, thinking back on my feelings of shame and the fact that I hold a lot of my emotion in my gut, those of you who know my stomach issues, my long history of amazing gut progress, a lot of my tension, a lot of my stress resides in the gut. So for me, when I'm thinking of when I've felt very shameful in my life, I know for a fact my mouth dries. I feel almost like really bad cotton mouth. Like my tongue will stick to the roof of my mouth. I'll start to feel really hot as if I've been caught doing something really bad. Like the heat will start to feel like it's coming up my neck. Additionally, I will often, I don't know if you guys get this feeling, but I get what I call to John my shit your pants feeling. I know it's because I carry a lot of my tension in my stomach, but it's literally like that sinking feeling where I may or may not need to run to the bathroom because I feel like I'm going to shit my pants. That's definitely a symptom of my shame. I often feel very lightheaded if I'm experiencing feelings of shame. Like I feel as though I might pass out. Like I I very much want to escape from the situation. Like, if I can remove myself magically, I would. If I could put on my invisibility cloak, I would. The quickest way I can get out of that situation, I want to, if I'm experiencing feelings of shame. So in reminiscing and thinking about the times where I have experienced feelings of shame, I am now really in tune with, okay, the next time I'm experiencing the feelings of shame, I will hopefully have the tools to be able to shift from that shame, or to at least evaluate how I'm showing up. Because one of the real symptoms of shame is when you're experiencing it, it's very common to want to lash out and be like, well, I may have cheated, but you cheated on your wife, so screw you. You know what I mean? Like, we become very volatile. A lot of us become angry. A lot of us become very like prickly and standoffish and start to build up walls. We want to immediately disconnect. We want to withdraw. We want to not share the shamefulness. It feels inside of us like something that we don't want to be shared. So I'm starting to really evaluate all of these feelings that I've been coming up with, so that the next time I experience the feelings of shame, I'll have a better idea of what is happening with myself, what is happening within my body, how I am, what my experience is to the people around me, what their perception might be of me in that moment if I'm like not showing up in a way that I'm necessarily proud of. And so I want you guys, that's the video for today. It's very short and simple. It's to think about the feelings that you get inside your body when you're experiencing shame, because I am going to read you guys through something that will hopefully bring up those feelings of shame later this week, where you can then identify, okay, did I do a good job in identifying my feelings of shame? So we're going to come back to this topic, you guys. Shame is not one we're going to let go of, because it's something that's really debilitating, and so many of us deal with it, and so many of us don't share it, and so many of us don't get vulnerable with our shame. So I'm committed to you guys, and I'm committed to breaking through my own shame and helping you guys to break through yours. So until the next musing, I will talk to you soon. Bye.